Michael is the new head of household, securing himself a spot in the final three. Who will he nominate for eviction? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven.
Oh, something like you. Shades on spinning in the summer rain. Dance when there ain't no music. Just around kind of crazy. Baby, something about you. Rocking that little t-shirt. A party dress. But you're just doing your thing. Ain't nobody ever seen nothing like you.
Chocolate.
Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. It's day 76 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week Michael is the head of household. Who will he nominate for eviction? We'll find out shortly. But first, it's been a very, very, very busy Sunday night because the house guests were only able to play the veto or the head of household competition at 8 o'clock tonight, and then I had to wait forever for that to upload to YouTube. So it's very late when I'm filming this, and I have to go to work early tomorrow morning, so I'm going to make this as fast as possible. So about a half hour. So I did go this weekend to Antica, which I've plugged before. They are at Mayfield and here, Ontario, in North Brampton. Such amazing Italian food. Here are some pictures. The ravioli, the Bruno ravioli, as I like to call it, was filled with lamb, and I loved it because I always hate cheese tortellini or cheese ravioli. Putting cheese in pasta is boring. I like the meat stuffed pastas, and so I like to stuff it with meat. So the lamb ravioli, so good. And they switch up what they fill their pastas with, so they've had lobster ravioli, so good, pork and beef ravioli, duck ravioli. There was a wild boar ravioli once, so yeah, honestly, this place is so amazing. Check it out if you're ever in the Greater Toronto area. It is kind of far, Mayfield and here, Ontario and Brampton, but if there's no traffic, you can get there like 25 minutes from downtown Toronto, at 4 a.m. So yeah. Okay, so I also made the final 5 in room limit. Yay, me. But I fully anticipate to be voted out next because the final 6 tribal was a 3-on-3. It was a tie. We were deadlocked. There's no wheel in that game. It goes to like a fire challenge. And so my side lost a member. So I'm down 3-2, and the other person on my side won immunity. So I expect tonight to be voted out, which is fine because there were 14 players, and I made it to 5th. So if I am 5th, I'm happy with that. Which is much better than I normally do. Typically, I either am an early boot or I go very far in a game. So mid placements are rare for me because that's when I tend to shine, when I tend to maneuver around strategically and get people to trust me. I'm good in the middle part of any org. The beginning, when you got to get to know people and you kind of stick out like a sore thumb because, I'm 6'5" and I'm kind of awkward and horny and all that. I don't excel at the beginning. And then at the end game, I'm usually a threat. And so I usually end up, getting tossed towards the end. Or I make it to the end and I win. But typically the middle part of any org is where I do the best. Okay. So I did the food pictures. So Javier was evicted yesterday. At the exact moment that I said in the group chat that Javier, you are evicted, he posted this picture. And actually, hold on. I said, Javier, you are evicted. And he posted a picture. Like 10 seconds later, he posted the second picture. So take a look at the 2 photos posted, 1 right when I said he was evicted, and 2 10 seconds later. So good! The first one was just an accident of the timing, but then he's like, well, fuck it, I may as well do a sad one. So funny. Javier, as I said yesterday, everybody loves you. He did leave a video message to the house guests remaining, but I don't think I should be playing that unless he wants me to. So I'm not going to play it for now, but he left a video for the remaining 4 house guests. So Javier, if you're watching, let me know if I can play that in the episode. That's entirely up to you. So Javier wanted me to clarify some of the records he broke. He did not beat the most number of second place finishes in a season. Corey still has that at 9. He did beat the Ruby Power Veto curse. Yeah, he was not evicted with the Ruby Power Veto in his pocket like Amethyst, Rai, and Brenda in seasons past. But he also didn't get to play it for its intended purpose. So the Ruby Power Veto has still not been used for its Big Brother purpose. He was the first Willy Wonka nominee to save themselves from the block. The first ever HOH during a Survivor Week. Will there be another Survivor Week in the future? I don't know. And the most important one that he did by far was he was the first person to vote in an eviction vote 10 weeks in a row. The previous record was 9. He cast an eviction vote 10 weeks in a row. That is very impressive. So well done, Javier. Okay. A reminder. Oh, first of all, the competition yesterday, I said it was Big Brother Jeopardy. I lied. It's Big Brother Jeopardy, spelled with a T, because it was a party. And it was a lot of fun. There were a couple times when I had to make a judgment call. And at one point, I did subconsciously think to myself, shit, did I help Michael a little bit more than I should have, subconsciously? But he ended up getting $400 from that alleged help. In the end, Owen then balked 3 times at the end. So the difference, I mean, Michael's final score was 2,800, Owen 800. So even if I did subconsciously help Michael, it would have been for $400. So Owen admitted to me in the diary room, yes, I fucked up. So yeah. Okay, so I think that's everything. Yeah, we'll make it a short episode today. Probably the shortest episode of the season. A reminder that Extra Whip for the house guests is going to be filmed for the 5 Alive will be filmed tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A reminder that the parts 1 and parts 2 of the final HOH competition are Wednesday night live, and part 3 is Friday night live. And I'm going to make an announcement tomorrow as to the jury roundtable and final 2 questioning. I'll make that announcement tomorrow. Let's get to the nomination ceremony. Hey everyone, it's me, Mike Tyson. Can you believe I made it to the final 3? Oh my god, it's so exciting. I'm only one competition win away from getting to the finals for the first time ever. Wow. This is seriously the hottest decision in the game. I'm so lucky I've made it this far with people I love so much. You've all been so much fun to get to know and spend time with these past 70-something days. I've lost count. The noms don't matter as much as the veto does. That is what will ultimately decide this week in the end. The people who have nominated, they're fierce competitors, and I love you both. All 4 of us are going to fight for the veto. So let's see where the chips lay when the dust settles. Okay, so I'm going to name the one person who is safe and then the 2 nominees. Owen, you are safe, which means Michael has nominated Jenna and Brooke for eviction. Let's see what he has to say. Like I said, I love both of you. You're incredibly fierce competitive, and let's let chips fall and let's fight. Let's go. Let's fight. Let's do it. Veto fight today. Yeah. Round 87 of this never-ending game. So good luck. I love you all, and I can't wait to come to Toronto and hang with all of you, even you, Andrew. And with that, the ceremony is adjourned. Okay, so Michael has nominated Jenna and Brooke for eviction. But, of course, the Silver Power Veto can still change the nominations. This is the final Power Veto competition of the season. A reminder, just like always, well, since Season 5, Final 4 Veto is Silver, which means, Jenna and Brooke, if you win the Silver Power Veto, you cannot save yourself, but you can save the other nominee. Michael, you could potentially save either one of them. Owen, you would not be using the Silver Veto, and you would essentially be saving yourself and have the sole vote to evict. Okay, the final Silver Power Veto competition of the season is the Big Brother Staircase. And here's how it works. This is a classic competition that was won by Jeffrey in Season 1, Chanel in Season 2, JoJo in Season 3, Brazil in Season 4, Jonathan in Season 5, and Steven in Season 6. And 4 of these players, Jeffrey, Chanel, Brazil, and Steven, went on to win the season. The scores out of 32 were Jeffrey, 22, which was the high score, Chanel, 21, JoJo, 19, Brazil, 18, Jonathan, 20, and Steven had the low score of 17. So, how does staircase work? Well, it's loosely based on the final veto competition of Big Brother US Season 4, which Allison won, and she used it to evict Robert. And so, if this was live, you would be standing in front of a flight of 32 stairs. Each of the 32 stairs has a clue. For instance, first person evicted, which you know is Shawnee. You would go over to the wall, pick out Shawnee, put Shawnee in that step, and you would do this 32 times, and if you were correct, the staircase would light up, you would run to the top and push the button. Now obviously it's a little bit different since this is an org, so I will give you all 32 clues, and you must submit which house guest you think satisfies each of the 32 clues. Two things that are very important. The 16 house guests are each used twice, and there is more than one house guest that can satisfy each step, but there is only one correct combination that will light up all the stairs. You will make a submission to me privately in the diary room. I will tell you how many you have correct out of 32, and you can then obviously make changes. I will not tell you what's right and what's wrong. I will just tell you how many you have right. And you can make up to 7 submissions from between now and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you have a maximum of 7 submissions. What happened was last season, Karen and Steven were not thrilled with how long they had to wait when they submitted because I was at work. And so in order to make it fair, I'm giving everybody 7 submissions between now and 10 p.m. That way, if I'm delayed to respond, it won't hurt anybody. And I will always respond in the order that you submit. Whoever has the highest score, your highest score of your 7 submissions will be your official score. So you don't have to, give back a score. If you had 22 and then you go down to 20, 22 is still your score. If there's a tie, then the person who submitted that score first will win the Silver Power Veto. It's that simple. Please, 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 I'm going to give you the format. There's always somebody who screws this up. I'm going to put the format in the group chat as to how I want you to respond. Please follow that format, please. Okay, that's everything. With that said, who will win the Silver Power of Veto? Find out tomorrow. And Wednesday, will they use it to save Jenna or Brooke from the chopping block? And Wednesday's also Extra Whip, where 5 Alive will join Brazil, Nicole, and I to dish the dirt one last time. Thursday is the next live eviction and Head of Household, or part 1 of the 3-part Head of Household competition, where we will find out the identities of the final 3. Friday is part 2. Saturday is part 3, where we will find out the final Head of Household. Sunday is the final live eviction, where we will find out the identities of the final 2. Monday is the jury roundtable and final 2 questioning. Tuesday, the jurors cast their votes for the winner. And Wednesday, August 24th, is the season finale, where we will crown the winner of Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven and award the $700 cash prize. I'm Andrew Shevsik-Moonves. Take care, and remember, Milka cows are heroes for eating strawberries day in and day out in order to produce strawberry-flavored chocolate bars. Good night.